But anyway, so there were lots of lessons I learned this year at SEP, but I'm going to focus on two ones that sort of interlock from my perspective, and it fits into two sentences. One is that God has a purpose, and two is that God is a comedian. So first of all, the purpose thing is that everything God does, whether it's keeping David from coming to camp on the first day, or whether it's getting Robbie to come all the way here from Australia, there are special speech section. But anyway, there are reasons why he does certain things. There's a reason why that picture was up right when I was speaking. Everything has a reason. So whether you're in the dumps or something's not going well, just remember to believe that God is going to get you out of it because He's good. And that's, yeah. And now, another part is that God is really funny. And one of the reasons I think that is because of the dorm I was in, which was really interesting. So my lead counselor was Joe Prosopio, and my assistant counselor was Seth Andrew Smith, I think. But yeah. So basically, something that's funny about this is, I'm quoting Seth right here. He says that on staff day, when they found out they were paired together, he said himself that it was a bad idea. And why it was a bad idea was because Joe apparently was known for breaking SEP rules, and Seth was apparently known for taking bribes to break SEP rules. So, give him a stack of Pringles and he'll leave you alone for the rest of the week. And that was sort of the interesting thing. So here I was with the two under the least formal of the counselors in senior camp. So you would expect our dorm, everyone in there, to be just the rowdiest one, the ones hardest to keep quiet. But we weren't, really. And something that was interesting about that was everybody in the dorm, we actually were pretty focused, and was interesting, so we bonded the first night. I'm not talking about the first full day, after Monday, where we've done everything together. No, the first night where we only spent half a night. That night, like, a bunch of people already poured so much of their hearts out. And I remember our counselors were saying just the next morning that, you guys don't even need us here, could we just go home? We were doing everything on our own. We started doing the icebreakers without them. And we invited them to do the icebreakers. So that was just so weird, considering we're campers, we're supposed to mess around, but we weren't. And that was just so interesting. And I think that's God's purpose, because He put all of us campers into the dorm with the unkempt counselors. So we sort of kept them in check, I think, which was really interesting. And basically, I think this was an interesting twist on SEP, and for me, and I think that was God's purpose, and He actually made it really fun for me, and I'm really glad that I got to go this year.